What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a great weekend. First stream of the week. We're jumping back into Crimson Oath today, boys. Why? Because I'm afraid of the Demon Souls run, and this game was freaking awesome. So we're gonna jump in and play some more of it. Super impressed with how they've blended all the Souls games together and the way they made the combat work. So we're gonna show it some more love and continue our playthrough here and see where we can, how far we can get in the game. Which, speaking of that, I need to look. We're gonna look at in a second. I need to see how many times we died, because I don't even know how many times we died last time, because we're gonna have to update the death counter, because it's we had the Dark Souls 3 random challenge run, which that was super freaking fun. If you didn't hang out on Saturday, it was a good time. A lot of you guys did, and I really appreciate you guys. We had a good time with that run. We're going to be going back to it later this week. If you didn't see the post, we're going to do Crimson Oath tonight, Demon Souls tomorrow. Oh my god. And then Dark Souls 3 on Wednesday. And then so far, most people in the comments are saying they want Dark Souls 2 on Thursday. So we might be hitting up some Dark Souls 2. Peak Souls 2 on Thursday. That should be fun. I don't know what kind of run we'll do yet in DS2. But we'll figure something out. We'll do something crazy. Ryan, what's up? Sean, how you doing, buddy? More Souls Ring born deceased more than once. Core 6 for answer. Hey, that's a freaking good title. They should have scrapped Crimson Oath and just put that on there. You know what I mean? That better describes what it is. I'll be buying Crimson Oath tonight too, dude. Awesome. I think it's still on sale. Let me look. I believe it's still on sale. Well, I think because I already bought it, I don't think I can see the price anymore. Oh, actually, I'm not signed in right now, so I think it'll let me. Let's see. The other day, it was on sale. Yeah, it's still on sale, 20% off, $9.59. That's a heck of a deal for this game, bro. It's really fun so far. Happy Monday to you as well. Went to my backlog, started playing Horizon Forbidden West this week. I never finished it, so started over. Ooh, Horizon Forbidden West. That was a good game. I'm actually a fan of the Horizon series. I've played both of them, beaten both of them, and they're peak. I love them. I hope they do a Horizon 3, which I'm sure they will. But they made Aloy a lesbian, and that was kind of, oh my god. But hey, whatever. It'll still be good though. Waiting for 007 First Light. Pretty excited for that one. Oh yeah, 007, huh? That one, I've been hearing a lot about that one. I've never really been one for 007 games, so it's like, you know, not really my cup of tea. I'll tell you, probably the last game I played that was similar to that, I don't know if you guys remember this, way back in the day, was an old game called GoldenEye. Freaking good game. GoldenEye was actual peak, and it had a pretty cool soundtrack too. But I don't know if 007 First Light is going to be similar to that. I'm just saying that when I think of that game, that's like the image that comes to mind, you know what I mean? Great game on GameCube. Yeah. GoldenEye was freaking awesome, dude. That was one of the OG bangers back in the day. We do have some news to cover tonight. Not a ton of it. Let me just look. Yeah, we have, let's see. Well, really just one topic to cover tonight. It really hasn't been much. We do have a video to watch about a crazy Sekiro mod. But, we do have some Lies of P news to talk about though. So some big lies, well, not big Lies of P news, but very interesting Lies of P news that could end up being big. We shall see. Love the background, bro. I love Nightfire back in the day. Nightfire, I don't think I've ever played that game. Nightfire, huh? First Light will be way different. Yeah, I figured so. You play Ark? I do not play Ark. I've never played Ark Raiders in my entire life, actually. Never played Ark Raiders. I've seen a lot of clips of Ark Raiders, and I think it looks like a pretty fun game. I just don't have time to jump into it, you know? My big bro and I used to play GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Never heard of Perfect Dark. I did play GoldenEye back in the day, though. Same studio that made Hitman series. Oh, made First Light. That's another series I've never played. I've never played the Hitman games. The Hitman devs made the... I guess they did, yeah. 0079. Oh, it was a 007 game. I got you. They had the best shooting multiplayer co-op. Odd Job Killing Hat. So were they like Call of Duty before Call of Duty? You know what I mean? Like, back in the day, bro. So I used to play Call of Duty back when Call of Duty 1 came out. I was playing Medal of Honor before Call of Duty even ever was a thing. And then there was like 5 years or so where Call of Duty and Medal of Honor were like battling against each other to see, you know, who would be the king of first-person shooters. And then Call of Duty ultimately ended up winning that battle. Obviously, you can see what it's become. But Medal of Honor was actually amazing back in the day. I thought Medal of Honor was better than Call of Duty originally. Then it kind of fell off. Perfect Dark was GoldenEye 2. In all but different... Oh, in all but name. Maybe but they lost the 007 license. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Makes sense. What's up, Liam? Didn't remember the vote. I did not remember the vote. No. 0% said no, but who cares? I don't remember. I really don't remember what the poll said. I do remember there were some that said yes, though. Beast of Reincarnation, Wolverine, and Phantom Blade Zero will keep me busy later this year. Yeah, that's a good list. Also, Lords of the Fallen 2, Mortal Shell 2, the Silk Song DLC, a potential Lies of P sequel, but as we'll talk about later, I think that's looking less likely now. And at some point, the Relic the First Guardian is going to come out. So, and then you got the Neo 3 DLC. Oh my god. How are we going to fit it all in? Any predictions on which Souls likes may be announced / date or get a trailer at Summerfest? Yeah, so here's what I think. Here's the Souls likes I think will get dates at Summer Games Fest. I think we'll get a Lords of the Fallen 2 release date. I think we'll get a Mortal Shell 2 beta date, because you remember there's supposed to be a beta this summer where people get to get hands-on with the game, you know what I mean? So I think we'll get the date of the beta at the Summer Games Fest. Probably not the release date for the game though. Maybe both, but probably just the beta date. Valor Mortis, I think we'll get a release date for Valor Mortis. I think we'll get a release date for the Duskbloods. I do think we'll get... I mean, I said that last time. What was it? At the Nintendo Direct or whatever. Turned out to be wrong on that one. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get a release date for the Duskbloods at Summer Games Fest. And then aside from that, I'm trying to think if there's any other ones we might get dates for. We might get maybe might not be Team Cherry's style, but it could be. Maybe we get a release date for the Silksong DLC. That's a potential. That's a potential. As far as announcements go, though, like maybe games that we haven't heard of, I think that we have a decent chance of figuring out what the F Fromsoftware is working on that is their secret project, you know, the FMC leak. And, you know, and now we have the leaks coming out that it's Pirate Souls and all this stuff, right? So I think we'll maybe, you know, I'm not super hopeful that those leaks are actually true, that Pirate Souls is coming and it's going to release in August or whatever. I'm not super hopeful that that is true, but I am hopeful that we'll find out what that project is, even if it's not Pirate Souls. You know what I mean? So I hope we find out something about that. Other announcements, I can tell you some of my dream announcements. I don't know how likely these are, but I would love to get an announcement for Remnant 3. Remnant 2 came out in 2023, I think. When did Remnant 2 come out? Let me look at it. I'm trying to gauge if this is even possible, you know what I mean? It came out. Yeah, it was July 2023. So we're essentially 3 years after that point in time, which means that I think we could get an announcement for it, and maybe we'll see the game, you know, like early 2025, maybe late 2024. I think that's a possibility. So Remnant 3, I would be stoked for. This will probably never happen, but another Thymesia game, Thymesia 2, or another Souls-like game from them, Thymesia, you know, whatever. I would also love another entry in the Salt and Sanctuary series. Salt and Sanctuary, Salt Sacrifice. I'd like to see another Salt game. I don't know that that'll happen either, if I'm being honest, but you know, it is what it is. And then let's see, other Souls-likes that I'd like, or that I think even have a chance at getting announced. I mean, we just got a Neo, so you know that's not gonna be for a long time. I honestly think Remnant 3 probably has the best chance. Remnant 3 probably has the best chance of being announced out of everything that I can think of off the top of my head. And I would be super happy if it did. Problems I've been having. Tarnished Edition makes me worry with the Duskblood's release date. True, yeah. The fact that we don't have the Tarnished Edition yet is very puzzling to me. We don't even know the release date for the Tarnished Edition yet. That's freaking crazy, bro. Like, that game they were talking like that was gonna be like an early 2026 game, right? And then all of a sudden, here it is, we're May, about to be June, and it's freaking we don't even know when it's coming out. We don't have no idea, and all we've seen is performance problems is all we've really seen of it, with some gameplay coming out that shows it's getting better, you know what I mean? So I think we'll probably get some kind of news for the Tarnished Edition too, and that needs to be the first step, I think, for them to be able to release the Duskbloods. But we'll see. Please announce Devil May Cry 6, maybe. Did you see the FromSoft game? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Bloodborne 2, unlikely. Unlikely, but it would be amazing. I did see, so I saw someone say this online. It was in the comments of a post talking about that, you know, 4chan leak for FromSoftware. And someone commented a simple little phrase. It was, orphan costs came from the ocean. And my mind just started shooting in all these different directions. Like, what if a Cerulean Onslaught is code name for a Bloodborne spin-off sequel that, you know, they're making like a Bloodborne type game, but not Bloodborne, because that would, you know, Bloodborne kind of fits the piratey thing. You could shift it to be piratey if you want, you know, and kind of stay true to it a little bit. But I don't know. That's just, you know, that's a way off in the weeds kind of tangent. Who knows if any of that is true? And it's very unlikely. But we'll see though. Bloodborne 2 would make you buy a PS5. How far are you in Saros? Fingers crossed for Remnant 3. Yeah, Remnant 2 is one of the best Souls-like games ever made. I love the Remnant series, and I'd be super stoked for that. Saros, I am pathetically not close. I am still fighting the Architect. That's who I'm still fighting. I haven't got a lot of chances to do some runs. The most I get is like 15 to 10 to 15 minutes before stream starts usually. And you know, Sunday was Mother's Day. I was planning on playing on Sunday, and then I forgot it was Mother's Day, and that would not have went over well. So we didn't play any on Sunday. Maybe this coming weekend, but I'm gonna be out of town this weekend too, so I don't know. Who knows when? But I'm working on it. I'm really having fun with it though. I was just about to ask what you think about Neo. Neo's amazing, bro. Neo 3 is the best Neo ever made, in my humble opinion. I think we have a really good shot at Neo 4 because all the sales data and everything that's come out from Koei Tecmo since Neo 3 launched is super positive. So that tells me that we at least have a chance at Neo 4 because, you know, they see that there's a market for the game and it has a large player base. In fact, Neo 3 is, I believe, is Koei Tecmo's most profitable game they've ever released. So, you know, money speaks. I think we're going to get a Neo 4, but obviously it'll be like 5 years from now. The Victorian Gothic of Bloodborne would also match a nautical theme. That was a big part of the old hunters, after all. Eldritch invasion from the sea. Exactly. Yeah, that's what that's what kind of threw my mind for a loop. I was like, what if? Like, is it possible? Like, that kind of makes sense a little. But at the same time, you know, then I have to dial myself back and be like, there are a lot of obstacles in the way of something like that happening. But every time I do that, I come up with another reason why it makes sense. Because think about this. All right, think about this. Just come with me here. Let me take you on a journey. What if the reason Fromsoftware shut down the Bloodborne remake is because they were already making Cerulean Onslaught, which is a Bloodborne spinoff? What if? What if, guys? What if? I'm Neo 3 now, loving it. Yeah, that. Cherish your first playthrough, bro. That's one of the best Souls-likes that has been made in a very long time. Very long time. It's so freaking good. You ready to have your fingers sweaty? The next 2 bosses are hard. You're in Biome 7? I'm having a hard time. I'm kind of embarrassed at how hard of a time I'm having with Star. Every time I play it, I struggle just to get to the boss for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've just had a couple of off days back to back, but I was not struggling near as hard until I got to this point in the game. And now I'm like having a hard time actually getting to the boss. You know what I mean? What if the remake turned into a new game? That makes perfect sense. Why rehash when you can innovate? This is true. This is guys, don't encourage me, okay? You're talking all kinds of you're gassing me up to have all this hope, and then Summer Games Fest is going to come along. Fromsoftware is going to flash across the screen, and they're going to announce another Switch 2 exclusive multiplayer game, and we're all going to shoot our dicks off. That's probably what's actually going to happen, but hey, we can hope, you know. At least there's hope, copium, hopium, all that good stuff. Oh god, I just threw my headphones on the freaking ground. All right, we got some We got some dark ring born shadows die blood to play. Oh shoot. I think maybe not. Oh, there it is. Well, looky there. Let's let me make sure you guys got some audio. I also realized we need to turn it way down. Where am I from? I'm from the US. The US of A. I don't remember what we were doing. We need to go through this. Yeah, we gotta talk to this dude. Uh-oh. Did the settings get switched back again? Yeah, we gotta put it on medium. We gotta restart the game. We went through this last time. If you don't, at least on my rig, if you have it set on high, it gets super choppy. I will say from, oh shoot, just blocked my screen. Say Fromsoft does make a Souls-like involving pirates. The bosses have so much potential with sea creatures and sea gods, etc. Dude, the possibilities are so endless. If Fromsoftware is actually making pirate souls, they could do so many different things. You could, you could have a giant octopus. You could have friggin' Nessie out there. You could have big possessed pirates. You can have giant sea dragons flying through the sky. All kinds of crazy options are open to them, and that's what's so appealing about the idea, is it's an area for them to expand and innovate into. It's something they've never done before, brand new, unique setting, and they would just have full creative freedom to do what they do best. And I know there's not a lot of chance that that the leak is true and everything. But god dang, it gets your hopium flowing, doesn't it? Gun counter. We're gonna count our guns. Alright, there we go. That's smoother now. That's what we need. So where did we come from? Did we come up? I don't get it. How did we get in here? Did we open this door? I have no idea. Oh yeah, we teleported here, didn't we? Yeah, we teleported here. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
The Crimson Hibiscus are true believers in the spirit of the Holy Masters. Their bloodline brings honor back to the Golden Dragon clan. Those accursed wretches have crept their way into the shadow of the Thucydides' fortress. Their deeds grow.
This voice actor puts the A in gay.
Endless darkness.
I think someone gave him a little too much of his transition hormones. He's obviously raging out a little bit. Oh my god. How do I end that hoe? Where is he at? Fire dropping a sick beat. Keep thinking it will look like one of the DLC maps from Remnant 2 with the ships on the water. Could be. Part of what runs through my mind when I think of Pirate Souls, and I know it's a completely different developer, and Like their two aesthetics don't match at all. But it's just one of my only like reference points is some of the DLC from Neo 2 on all the pirate ships and stuff. And even in like Neo 3, when you had the areas like that one area off in the water where you go up onto the ship and kill the little mini boss in there and stuff. That kind of seems like just kind of what comes to my mind, you know. How do we... I want to kill them. I don't want to... I hate archers you can't reach, bro. I hate them. Are we about to reach him? Yeah, we about to reach him. I wish I could shove this greatsword in his butthole. Both for pleasure and vengeance. We picked up a pebble. We found a pebble, boys. Pebble acquired. Oh man, we didn't need the flask, I guess. Oh, what's going on down here? Dude's munching on the... He's just grazing on the freaking stone, I guess. Through. Oh man, I wanted the backstab. Oh well, there's plenty more backstabs where that comes from. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting the second attack right there. Oh, this dude's serious. Dude, stop. Okay, this is annoying. No! Oh my freaking god, bro. Do the attack! Just do the attack! Really, dude? Finally! Oh my god, Mega Samurais are no joke in this game. Beware. Oh, nice. At least oh, they gave us a health potion. They gave us 3 of them. Holy F. He's worth the kill, though. Wonder what happens if the lift falls on you. This is a good question. I bet it just janks out. Okay, I don't know how hard he would have been if we hadn't got the backstab, but I also I'm not trying to find out either. Something's shooting at me. Something's shooting at me. Who's shooting? Or what's shooting? Let's not find out if squishing is the way to die in this game. Yeah, I'd prefer not to find out what happens, honestly. Just hit him! Why? No, we're ending this hoe, bro. We're ending this dude. Why? Because I'm angry. And I hate archers. Oh, did it take that much health away from me to drop? That's crazy. I feel like this is a prime location for poison dart arrows to be shot at you. It just feels like poison dart arrow territory, you know what I mean? Tight corridors. Lots of other things to focus on. You know, you can just tell when they're trying to lead you into some nonsense, you know what I mean? What? How did that miss? It must have been because I was standing on the freaking stairs, bro. That is some annoyingness. A fall was twice as deadly as the archer. Yeah, well, I paid a dear price. No! I paid a heavy toll to kill that archer, but it was worth it. I feel like they're gonna bring back mimic chests. At some point, when we're least expecting it, they're gonna bring back mimic chests. Oh, we just increased our sword damage, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. You know what I find funny? They brought back a lot of the mechanics of Sekiro into this game, except the part where you get a second chance. Like, there's no resurrection. It's just, they brought all the difficult stuff from Sekiro and left out the part where you get revived if you die. Those dirty dogs. You think it's worth it to buy an S2 for a Switch 2 for only the Duskbloods? Well, when you start talking about if something's worth something, it becomes highly subjective because the discussion becomes, you know, what is something worth to you? So, like, to me, because I'm a huge Fromsoftware fan and I'm a streamer that plays Souls and Souls-like games, it was worth it to me to buy a Switch 2. Plus, I have kids that play it anyway, right? So even if I never play it outside of the Duskbloods, it's still going to get used. So like, to me, it made sense. For somebody who, you know, single, a FromSoft fan, but not crazy about it, like not psycho like I am, maybe it doesn't make sense. It just comes down to your preferences and what you think is valuable in life. Maybe you don't want to drop $600-700 just to be able to play the Duskbloods, because once you buy the game's probably going to be $70-80. Consoles like $5.99 or $6.50 or whatever, and tax and all that. Maybe you don't want to draw, and I completely understand people who do not want to buy it just to play that one game. But for me, it was worth it. So I can't really speak as to whether it's worth it for you, though. Watch for a forward thrust, gun counter it. Okay. I thought they were about to give us the Makiri counter. Sekiro shadows die. Yeah, shadows die. You just die once. We about to die or something right here, aren't we? We have no heals. Oh, never mind. See, that's why you always explore a little bit before you just run head on into a fight. Always explore just a little bit. We can't. But we can. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Oh, and those are our bosses we can re-challenge. What's he doing on the ground like that?
This is for Lord Mikado, a death of glory. I have no.
We found ourselves a samurai area. Oh, he's dying. That's why he's laying on the ground like that. That makes sense.
Didn't think I'd see Red Set showing up while I'm sitting here wounded. It's
Well.
you. We met at the Crossed Hills. Right. Walkley. Our assassination squad just finished a job not too long ago.
Hmm?
We tossed a bomb into one of their meetings. They're still hunting for me. Heard the bounty's pretty decent.
Pretty decent. I don't buy that there's a reward for this.
7 of us came to assassinate Marcus, the Crimson Hibiscus Vanguard. Figured it would slow down their fortress construction. We ran into a patrol. The intel was split across 6 of my people for security. We got separated in the fight. Can you find them?
We the terrorism now? Except the quest, find the 6 missing assassination squad members. Sure.
Marcus
This is a side quest?
dangerous.
We have a side quest now? Life and death are a hair's breadth apart. When an enemy launches a dangerous thrust, face them without fear. Dodge forward to trigger the sidestep mechanic. Sidestep blocks the enemy's thrust, shifts you towards their flank, and heavily reduces their guard bar. They did bring the Makiri counter back. They did it. Let's go. Oh, I did not do it though. Oof. I keep messing that up. My God, bro. Gotta figure out the timing right there. Oh, he just freaked. Oh, the chair blocked me? There. All right, that was not it right there. Okay, you gotta do it like... What just happened? I was still alive. You gotta do it like a little bit before the attack actually launches. It's not like a wait for the attack to hit type of thing. It's like a early one. You have to do it early. He must think you did something to Roberto. He does kind of remind us. He's sort of like the indie game version of Roberto, isn't he? There. Oh no. Alright, so we got Makiri counters as well as gun parries and deflects and dodge rolls and all of it. It's all in the game. Release a sword or a shockwave on hit. Reduces enemy garb. Ooh, that's a new skill. I haven't been using my skills hardly at all. Loki hoping this game comes to console. Has me wanting to try Sekiro once I see it on sale. Bro, if you've never played Sekiro, you are missing out on one of the best Souls experiences in the history of the universe. It is so freaking good. Play it as soon as you humanly possibly can. You want Sekiro so bad? Dude. Sekiro's an S tier game. One of the best games ever created and the best ninja samurai game that has ever been made in the history of the universe, in my opinion. Now, I've never played Ninja Gaiden, but I'd have a hard time believing it'd be better than Sekiro. A shield icon below the enemy's health bar means the enemy has armor. Use combat arts or items to reduce their armor to 0. That mother freaker, bro. Ah. Dude, I hit him first. Okay, all right. Imagine it's the best. Ninja Gaiden is cool, fast-paced, but doesn't give the itch the Souls games give. The kind of slow and steady wins the race feel. Yeah, I could see that not being a part of it really. But I will say that Sekiro is well, it is a Souls game. It's very different. Like the pacing and everything is so different. The biggest difference Sekiro has to the other Soulsbornes is that the learning curve is steep, but once you learn, once you make it over the top of that though, the game gets a ton easier because deflecting is like 70% of the combat. And once you learn the timing and you have that down, the difficulty drop off is pretty big after that. But before that, it's kind of a steep, it's a tough game to get into And then once you get it and start mastering it, it's super satisfying. Gotta hit the, just in case. If there's a chest, you gotta hit it just in case. Oh, there's a third one. Yeah, that's why it wasn't working. You're supposed to... That's weird. So the yellow is both the gun parry and the Makiri counter, and you just have to tell by what move, because if it's a thrust, then you have to Makiri counter, but if it's anything else, you have to gun counter, which makes sense as to why my gun counter wasn't working earlier. What's the name of this game? This game is called Crimson Oath. It's on sale on Steam right now for less than $10. And it's a indie Souls-like game that blends all the Soulsbornes together. It's freaking awesome. Can imagine. I'm new to Souls, so it's exciting. I 100% Elden Ring. Now working on Neo 3, Sekiro, or whatever Souls is next. Some games that you should definitely play if you're new to the genre is Remnant 2. All the Soulsborne games, all 7 of them. Neo, the Neo series, 1, 2, and 3. But they are very hard, so be prepared for that. AI Limit, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, First Berserker Kazan, and if you like side scrollers, Hollow Knight Silksong and Hollow Knight. Another one that's not talked about much, it's a really short little tiny Souls-like, but it's very good, is Thymesia. Thymesia is one I'd recommend playing too. And Lies of P, of course. Lies of P is a must play. You just finished Bloodborne as your first Soul. Oh, really? So you're new to the genre. Yeah, bro. There's so much to explore. What did you think of Bloodborne? Did you like it?
Everything I had. I haven't eaten in days. Please, anyone passing by, spare me a scrap of food. Ha! How about I recite a poem for you instead?
10 out of 10? So then you got the itch. You're ready for more then. Yeah, you should definitely play all 7. Sekiro, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls. You gotta hit them all because they're all amazing. Much different. There's a lot of differences and pace differences and things like that from Bloodborne to the other games. Sekiro is probably the closest in terms of pace. Like, it's very fast paced. Bloodborne's pretty fast paced. Sekiro's even faster. And then everything else is slower than Bloodborne is, basically. Except with Elden Ring is probably kind of close. Which one is your best? I think Elden Ring is the best one they've ever made, but my favorite is Dark Souls 3. The gate opens to the sea. 3 rivers flow for 10,000 years.
Wait, it's you, comrade. I'm George, one of the shadows.
Oh, these are one of the assassins we're looking for.
People for forced labor to build this fortress. Take this gear and give those bastards a beating.
Dodge attack damage increased by 50%. Oh, after dodging an attack. We only have 2 more spots before we run out of passive space. Shortcut. Not bad. Not some bad level design. Some decent level design here. Can I open this? Oh, this doesn't open from this side. Oh, you know what we never did? We never checked to make sure we need to get our death counter correct because we have not died 45 times yet. Let's see here. I'll let you guys watch me so you can verify the truth of what I am yeah, this is it. This is the one from the other day. Oh, it won't even show you guys, sorry. It's in a different window. I'm trying to see what death count we were at the last time we played this. Need to make sure we get that right. It has us at 10. I think 10 is right. Yeah, 10 is right. So we're at 10 deaths right now. We need to change that to 10. Save it up. Run the script. Bam. All right. Now we're on track. Oh wait, we can probably level. Yeah, I think we can actually. Let's hit a level. Elden Ring makes you better at Souls games. I played Wukong and was getting rocked before. After 100% achievement completion on Elden Ring, I went back to Wukong and was flying through it. There is a lot of carryover in the Souls-like genre. So like things you learn from playing Dark Souls will carry over to Elden Ring and then on to other Souls-likes outside of the Soulsborne games. But Sekiro is probably an exception to that because there are some things that carry over from Sekiro or like from Elden Ring and Dark Souls to Sekiro. But the combat loop is so different that there's honestly a lot of it feels like you're kind of starting over in a way, if that makes sense. Need to find this other lift. Here's the other lift. Hurry! Have we already learned the sidestep, buddy? Chapter established. Oh, there's a shortcut ladder. Just a mini. Yeah, here's a boss. He has a similar moveset to the other enemy. Holy Jesus. You really gotta know this dude's movesets. Ah, that's the gun counter move. Okay. Dude. I did it too early. All right, we gotta learn movesets now. This dude's gonna test us a little bit. He's gonna tickle our testes. Why does this game give me DS2 vibes? the area at least. It does kind of remind me of the Iron Keep in Dark Souls 2 now that you say it. Huh. Look at Steve over here. Good observation. Ah, dang it. Oh my god, it's so hard to figure it out. Ah, I missed it. On the last one, bro. God dang it. Ugh. Oh. Not today. What? I did it. God dang it. All right. Hey, we got almost to the end there. We got way past half health, so we're making progress. Not bad for a second attempt. All right. Let's actually. God dang it. Hold on, let me grab this, buddy. If you could just chill for a second, I'd appreciate you. That was some weird comm. That's some weird camera. Good God, now he's clapping my cheeks hardcore, bro. Wrong move. No, I was way over there, dude. All right, I don't know how I did quite as well as I did the other day, or the last attempt, because god dang, dude just made me look bad. I should quit switching my skill back. No, I didn't hit it twice. All right, so he's got some moves, you know. He's got a couple little tricks in his bag. I don't know. It's almost like he's some kind of master samurai or something. I really wish I'd beat him the last time. The time I almost beat him, I should say. No! God dang it. I am a freaking idiot, bro. Dude. Why am I this way? I feel like I should be the only one allowed to deflect. That feels like cheating, kind of. No, I need that. No. I panic. Dude, I gotta stay right in front of him. No way, bro. There's absolutely no, there's actually no way. Right at the freaking end! You're not an idiot. What's up, Dakota? Thanks for the encouragement. I need it right. Oh my god. I thought I was about to pull the clutch on this hoe. I just want my souls. Well, all right, we're getting it handed to us. Dude, there is no way that hit me. I panic every time I see that attack, and I just start pressing stuff that might work. Wish you had a heart rate monitor on. Let's see. Oh, it's not very impressive right now. My watch says my heart rate's at 68 beats per minute. Well, that's probably because I didn't even think I was even close. How? How in the actual F? No, that's not true. That's false advertisement. Dude, no. Dude. Oh, that's from Sekiro too. That move right there. Ichi something is what it was called. Gotta figure out how many of those there are. How is that not parrying? There's like 5 or 6. Alright, okay. Alright, let's just not get depressed. We gotta focus on not getting depressed.
Negotiations require
Mother F. There's no way to get out of there. Quit doing the animation after. I don't care about your freaking pose. No way. I finally did it. Ah! Be more patient. I guess I suck at that. I guess I suck at patience or something.
negotiations require leverage.
All right. That's all right. We're here now. Need to go out to the side. Why did it not? Why? I get stuck. You can't like go straight under him because his feet like block your head or something. So you get just kind of caught in no man's land. And of course he gets bolted way up there where I can't reach him. That is freaking annoying, that attack. My sword has the worst range ever. There's like no forward movement to the animation. Okay, I did that right, I swear to God. It's like this. Dude, you have the worst arm ever. So yeah, so much more interesting. Yeah, this dude is the deepest one we fought yet. Moveset wise, this is the deepest one. Stop trying to stand and bang. You need to counter. I know. I'm trying to counter, but I keep losing. No way, bro. How does that happen? Why can I not dodge? Why can I not gun counter that? I don't know what to do. Dude, why can I not time that right? we're getting tossed around. Maybe you have to shoot him as soon as he does. I'm gonna need some lubes. I think I'm already past that. I think I need the lube now. We needed the lube like 5 deaths ago. Finally. It's like his easiest attack. Stop hopping away. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, let's go! Yamamoto, suck that! Restores 5% health after defeating an enemy.
I demand a 15-minute ceasefire. We can still talk this over, right?
Admire your patience. How many? Hey, so you can say a lot of things about me, but I'm persistent. You don't need skill if you just die forever till you do it. You know what I mean? Beating your head against the wall until you finally get through is a substitute for skill. You don't actually need skill if you're just stubborn enough to lose a lot. Problem solved. There we go. Suffering with lost lace, even though I'm at 100%. So you've already beat her once. Bring it in, buddy. It's a safe space here. Obviously, this is the struggle zone. Oh, you haven't beat her ever. Well, Lost Lace is very difficult. Lost Lace is very difficult. Once you beat her, she gets a lot easier. You like learn her. Oh, she's not part of. Okay, that makes sense. Once you like beat her once, like the first time I fought her, I got clapped for a long time, and then once I beat her, I went and fought her again right after that and beat her a second time back to back. So yeah, it wasn't. She's one of those ones that once you learn, it gets a lot easier. Do you recommend trying this game? If this game is what you're talking about, yes. This is a really fun game. Trying to play a new Souls-like? Yeah. I mean, I will always recommend playing a new Souls-like because I think it's the best genre in gaming. But this game in particular is super cheap. It's under $10 right now on Steam. And if you like the Soulsborne games, it's a throwback. It's basically a love letter to the Souls fans. It would help if I could freaking see, bro. Stop trying to heal. Are you far in the game? I don't really know. It's estimated to be about 15 to 20 hours long. And I am about 5-ish hours in. 5-ish. So maybe about a third of the way through, maybe. She has so much health and she's always parrying me. can be consistently hitting her. Yeah, she has a... She does parry a lot. The trick is pogo. Pogo as much as you possibly can. I knew he was gonna do that. Have you ever felt like you could have had, but if you did, it might have been where you were when you didn't know? Dude, I've felt that for so many years. I just never could put it into words, and you just freed me from that, so thank you. I'm mixed on trying Lords of the Fallen 2.5 update, seen your review on it recently. Yeah, if you've played the game in the past and you had like a lot of issues with the performance or the stuff, you know, some of the things about the combat or whatever, a lot of that has been fixed now. And with the difficulty modifiers and the veteran mode, it's really good now. I would recommend trying it. Obviously, if you watch the review, you know. I just fought your dad. Nah, he's not so hard after having to fight that dude for 20 minutes. I need to go back to the bonfire. I'm starting to read Bleach, but I can't find a way to find it online, the manga. I've never heard of that before. I've seen the game, the fighting game Bleach. We'll just keep going. We'll go back later. You don't have patience though? Well, Lace might be hard to beat without patience. Even if I pogo, the time it takes to recover the pogo animation is too long if she decides to air attack. She does have a really annoying air attack that catches you a lot of the time. But you just have the pogoing is the best way, and if you get hit by the air attack, so be it. If you don't pogo though, it's gonna be a lot worse for you, you know what I mean? And sometimes you can dodge the air attack. It just depends on the certain time, on the particulars around it. What is this game? This game's called Crimson Oath. It's an indie Souls-like. Oh, you little whore. That blends all the Soulsborne games together into one. Just released on Steam. It's on sale right now as well. Under $10. And it's super fun so far. If you like Soulsborne games. Do you have the Reef and Fiends? I think so, yeah, I think so, maybe. I don't know. Well, that was close. We almost effed it up right there. Somehow we got out of his grasp, though. Oh, no, I didn't? Alright, never mind. I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. I wouldn't know. I guess not. You hold the secrets to the fiend, I guess. And the reef. Yeah, you hold the secrets to both, it sounds like. What? Did you just die or something? What the heck was that? That was weird. Just died for no reason. We can't jump. What a loser. What a loser, bro. That's the thing about skeletons, you know, poor eyesight. Turns out that once your eyes have completely rotted away, you can't see so well. We got another boss up here? So many boss fights back to back. After the Crimson Hibiscus invaded Gretivo, Clark's hundreds of thousands of troops were annihilated. Clark and Nahum both panicked and fled south, with the Crimson Hibiscus winning battle after battle. Both opened talks with the invaders. By then, Nahum had lost all nerve. He was certain Clark would surrender first and sell him out, so he beat Clark to it and defected to the Crimson Hibiscus before anyone else. Oh, Clark's a big old wuss, bro. Worst friend ever, Clark. Alright, I need to go up here. This way. Am I into fitness? I am, yeah. I work out 5 times a week. I'm currently on a 500 calorie deficit diet trying to cut weight. I'm reading Twilight Princess manga. Haven't you considered playing Zelda games? So, my wife is a huge Zelda fan, like her favorite games of all time. And I've played like a little bit before, but not that much, honestly. And they were fun. I feel like it's something I could get into if I devoted the time to just sit down and try it, you know? But it's just not something I want to devote a ton of time to at this point in time, you know what I mean? What are you waiting for to play Zelda games? Maybe like a dead spot for when I don't have much to play or do, you know, which will probably never be. But the reason I don't play them like now, like on stream, is because I try to stay with Souls and Souls-like games, you know, and so Zelda doesn't really match my channel's theme of sorts. And outside of playing on stream, I don't play a ton of video games not on stream. I only get to play maybe a couple times a week when I'm not streaming, you know? So it's one of those things where Miyazaki is a Zelda fan. Where did you hear that? Are you gonna skip Lies of P2 because of AI usage? Absolutely not, bro. Never in a million years. I think the discussion around AI is kind of silly a lot of the time. It's like, I don't really care if a company uses AI. The reason I don't care if a company uses AI is because AI is inevitable. Now, do I think it's a better use of AI to use it as a tool rather than some type of generative, replacing people or something like that? Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's a cool sentiment. I think that, if I had the choice, that's the kind of thing I would do. But at the same time, it's only a matter of time before these people's jobs are taken anyway. It's only a matter of time. It's like self checkouts at grocery stores. Yeah, they take away cashiers' jobs. So those cashiers have to go stock shelves or do something else. But progress is inevitable. It's going to happen. So if you are in the industry where progress is taking place and your job is about to be replaced, the best thing to do is figure out where you can adapt to and put your talents to use somewhere else, because it's coming whether you want it to or not. And I don't give an F, okay? If they want to generate an entire game out of AI, it doesn't really, I wouldn't care, honestly. Just being honest, I would not care. The only thing that I would do is it going to be a good game? If they make an entire AI game and it sucks, I'm not going to play it because it sucks. Not because there's AI in it. I don't think that it's really that big a deal. It's just, it sucks for people that are in that industry. And yeah, I wish that there was another way, but there is not. It's going to happen. The creator of Dark Souls Elden Ring is a fan of Legend of Zelda and has cited the series as a major influence, describing it as monumental to his development as a creator. He specifically referenced Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Ocarina of Time, and Breath of the Wild as games that influenced him. Really? I did not know that. I'm gonna have to look up that interview. Do you know like who the interview was with or something? Are they gonna bring back? I'm not saying your thing, Dakota. I know what you're trying to do. Didn't know there was a Lies of P coming out soon. I thought the sequel would have Dorothy as the protagonist. Well, it's rumored to be possibly a 2026 title, and according to NeoWiz financial reports, it is. But we're gonna go over some of that at the news break tonight, because if we have time, we might save it for tomorrow because we don't have a lot of news to cover tonight. So we might save it for tomorrow, but we're gonna talk about it soon. Lies of P2 this year is kind of looking a little unlikely, I think. Potentially. Lies of P2 take on, exactly, dude. Exactly. Lies of P2, yeah. They could generate the entire game out of AI and I'd still play it. I hope they don't though, because it would suck, but still.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
Well, that is a lot of stabs. Oh, okay. Why is it getting all choppy again? I'm just spazzing out over here. Why is it getting all choppy, bro? This is awful to play right now. Whoa. Do you guys see this freaking choppy glitch? It's hurting my eyes. My eyes! Rolling Stone interview. He says the comparison between both sagas are unworthy since Zelda games are monumental and textbook of 3D action games. Interesting. I did not know that. I'll have to look that up. Rolling Stones, you say, huh? Name catch these hands. Oh, well, he caught him and just threw him right back at me. What the F is going on with this? What's your GPU? Honestly, I don't even remember. My brother, this is actually my PC, or my brother actually built this PC. We're gonna restart the game. Oh, wait. We're gonna read the name. Game name. This is called Crimson Oath. Let's see. What is my? Let me just find out about while we're waiting on this. Let's see. I'm not sure. Pick a number. 53. Why is this not? Oh, there's an update for it. Oh, now it's updating. What? That's all right. It's actually going really fast. Hopefully they patched out the performance issues right now. It's freaking crazy, dude. It's a great game. I'm having fun, but it is very choppy and janky performance-wise. Player character has guts vibes. In a way, if his sword was just a little bigger, you know. All right, there we go. Now we can open it back. Hopefully it doesn't like get rid of a bunch of my progress. That's really gonna suck. Parry Frames Studios. You guys have my respect. Just optimize your game a little better, though. I mean, come on, guys. No. All right, we have the quality set to low. So we'll see if that does any better for the boss. Have you played the Soul that is underwater and you swim in 3D? It's epic. I have not. What's that game? What's the name of that game? What is that? Is it called The Soul That's Underwater? All right, are you talking about Crab Souls?
Once I deal with you,
Like another Crab's Treasure? Dude loves to friggin' stab us. Gay. I cannot freaking see, bro. What is this dude on? And why does he get all of his health back in his second phase? That don't make no sense. Glaciered? You gotta look it. You gonna love it? Is it a soulslike game?
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
I can't freaking see, bro. He's always backing us in a corner. The camera's the real boss. Give me the freaking... How? And his moveset is so weird. There are so many variations in his timing, bro. It's crazy. It's a Souls for sure. As a demo? Wait. What? Glaciered? How have I never heard of this? Okay, hold up. Let me see if I can... Let me look at it. Maybe there's a trailer. New Souls like Glaciered. When was it announced? How have I never heard of this? We're gonna save it to watch for later. Oh shoot, we just messed it up. Next time we take a news break, either today or tomorrow, we'll watch it. Oh, all the chat just disappeared. That was weird. It's supposed to release this year. You play as a fish? So is the demo on Steam? Is this a true thing? Demo on Steam? Glaciered. Add it to wish list. It does say Souls-like on it. Fish Souls, eh? Fish Souls sounds like it'll go hard. Okay, all right. We're gonna watch the trailer. Let's see here. Oh, we gotta go this way.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
Ah, dang it. Bro, why? What the heck, dude? Okay, I have never seen that attack before. Holy Jesus. How did I not get a perfect counter off of that, bro? I don't know what we're gonna do about this, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. This is a little saucy. Just a little bit sauced, boys. Get good, yep. That is this guy's the epitome of that.
Will remember what I've done.
Dude, there's so much delay on that. And now we lose all that progress. Too early. There. No way. No way! I don't know why he gets his health back. I have no idea. It freaking sucks though. I found something I don't like about this game, the way they developed it. And this is not a like a oh, I'm dying and I'm gonna complain thing, because it really doesn't have to do with this fight in particular. It just has to do with the game design. When you go and you strike, right? So you have your combo here, and then you have a 2-hit combo with your greatsword, like this. Anytime you use your greatsword, it forces a delay. So you cannot do anything after your greatsword attack. You see that? So if I do one greatsword attack and try to go back to regular attacks, it forces the delay. If I do 2, it still forces a tiny delay. So it's like, it makes the combat unnecessarily choppy. With a game as fast paced as this, the combat needs to flow super smooth, and you need to be able to transition from one thing to the next as fast as you possibly can, because everything's going so quickly. And that little detail right there really just throws the rhythm off, in my opinion. Skill issue? No, developer skill issue. It's the devs.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
Oh, I knew that was coming and I still effed. Try up, left diagonal, left. Yeah, there needs to be a cheat. There needs to be. They need to bring back the cheat code booklets. You know, like they used to have back in the day. They need to bring them back.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
Let me just get my freaking souls, bro. The delay on that's crazy. Oof, that's a big one. All right, okay, all right. You know, sometimes you just gotta throw one out, and oh, you know what? That means my souls are gonna be on the opposite side of the arena again. Okay, all right. It's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there. Stay positive. Everybody stay positive.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
Okay, it would help if I could see. The delay is crazy, bro. That delay, bro. I'll never learn. I'll never learn. Never mind. I will learn. All right, I gotta figure out how to get away from. Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any heals left. Oh, I thought I dodged that perfectly too. Your soul's his name. Yeah, so's my butthole. He is freaking taking control of this. He's taking control of my life. Like I have I'm brand new to the prison is essentially what's going on right now.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
F you whore bucket. Yeah, let's go. Bro, you can't get away from it. No. No. God dang it. I feel like the gun parry just doesn't work on anything anymore. No! No! I did a lot better that time though. We got good right there. Did you guys see me? Did you see how I did the thing and then he was doing that and then I did this and that, you know? Shamora, what's up? How are you? Welcome in. We almost got it. Now watch. This attempt's gonna suck balls, but at least we made some progress.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
Oh my god. That one always gets me. Except for then. All right, here we go. There. I can't. There's nothing I can do to get away from that attack. Maybe it's a gun counter attack? Is it a gun counter maybe? Is it too early in this game? No, it's a linear game and there's no other way to go. So this is the path of progression right here.
Once I deal with you, no one will remember what I've done.
God dang it, bro. No. It's so freaking weird. Sometimes it's hard to explain. He gets like out of sync with you and then the camera doesn't track him. It just like kind of drifts for some reason. I don't get it. This game is like Sekiro and Berserk had a kid. Might be a good way to describe it. Yeah, we're getting there. One piece at a time. One piece of the puzzle at a time.
With you, no one will remember what I've done.
He's trying to hide his own cowardice by clapping our cheeks. And it's kind of working. I don't even remember what he did. I can't freaking see! Clutch survival. Alright, we were figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Oh, come on. Let's go. Let's go! Oh yeah! I am the one who does it after too many tries, but I did it! Dodge backward over a longer distance with extended invincibility frames. Interesting.
Caroline, I'm so sorry. If I'd known.
The satisfaction of victory is a... There is no other genre, in my opinion, that gives you as much satisfaction when you finally succeed as the Souls-like genre does. I understand there are other difficult games out there, and I understand that Souls-likes are not the only hard games to play. But in my experience, the only place I feel that sense of adrenaline rush, satisfaction, and joy after defeating a hard boss or a difficult area or whatever it might be, there's just nothing that compares to the Souls-like genre. I know. And here come all the Cuphead bros. Oh, what about Cuphead? Or Celeste, or what's another one? You should have played Battletoads back in I get it, there are other hard games. I'm just saying, in my personal experience, Souls-likes do it better than anybody else. Than any other game. Yeah, Celeste, yes, I understand. Yeah. Celeste is a tough one from what I've heard. Did we get like a key or something from him? Like, oh, we're supposed to interact with that. Ah. Just a test. We just have to we just have to test it, okay? The Lion King came was I've heard so many times people talk about how Lion King was one of the hardest games ever. And I'm like, that just sounds strange. Like, what was so hard about the Lion King? Wesley, what's up, bro? How are you? Glad you made it by. Are you gonna play DS2? It's looking like we might be doing DS2 on Thursday. That seemed to be like what a lot of people commented. I'll check the post later, but I'll see. It's looking pretty likely. The letter was pierced by a bullet. Most of it's unreadable. Only a few lines about missing a loved one survived. Brother went to the front. I worry about him so much. Life at home is hard, but I believe if we keep trying, things will get better. Your sister, Gucci. Aladdin is hard as well. I bet you wouldn't be able to beat it so fast. Yeah, Aladdin, Lion King, and Battletoads. Out of all those games, Battletoads is the only one I've actually played. But people talk about them as being super difficult. Oh, he looks mad. Lion King is the hardest game before the Souls series was created. See, now I want to go back and play it just to see like what all the fuss is about, you know. Holy crap, there's a lot going on around here. Oh my freaking god, bro. Oh no. Oh, hey, I recognize this area. Yeah, that place. I remember that place. Sub-Zero Mythologies is really hard to Don't play it. You will lose your hair. Maybe I should not. Maybe we'll stay away from that one then. OG Castlevania is hard as well. I've played a little bit of a Castlevania game in the past, but not very much. Gotta go see about grabbing my souls from over here. We gotta backtrack towards the beginning. Ow. No, that's just this dude.
Marcus.
Where? Hurry! They're coming! Let me just hide over here. Pick me up. Oh, we had a key. Alright, I'm completely lost. Oh, I should have just teleported. Oh, here it is. Oh, my souls aren't even over here. That means they're up there. Alright, well, we'll just teleport right here then. Old games were inaccessible to many gamers due to difficulty. Games are more forgiving these days. I could see that. As gaming continues to grow, companies start to understand that the real money is in not in creating a challenge, but creating something people will have a good time with, and you know that more people will have a good time with. So they're less incentivized to create challenging games and more incentivized to create games that people will buy. Because this percentage of players that enjoy a challenge is much smaller than the percentage of players that just want a game to play. You know what I mean? Games have had the same price all along, meaning they had to make it harder to spend time in the same area. Old games had to be harder since they are shorter and also a lot less responsive. That kind of makes sense too. Yeah, it kind of like tricks you into thinking you got more for your money because it takes you that much longer to play through it. I could see that being a thing. Yeah, let me grab all them back. 480 souls. Too many casuals out there. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say too, like, I have nothing against people that just want to play a game and don't really like challenging games. It makes no difference to me. Play what you want to play. Enjoy video games how you see fit. The only thing that, oh shoot. The only thing I don't like is when casual gamers go and buy a game that is known to be difficult or be in a difficult genre and then complain about it or downvote it or leave bad reviews or whatever. That, to me, just hurts the genre for the people that actually enjoy it. Just go play the games that you liked. Why are you even messing around with a game you know you're not gonna enjoy? There's a fine line between challenging and that's true. That is true. You can make a game that is way too challenging in the name of trying to make something hard, and you just make it. Oh God. You just go so overboard on trying to make something difficult that you forget to make it enjoyable and to give the player a feeling of progression, you know what I mean? Because the players still need to feel like they're getting somewhere or learning something or something like that. Souls games make sense. You do know how you die. It makes sense because most of the cases are the opposite. Yeah, Souls-likes are a good example of how to do it right. If you're playing a Souls-like game and you die, 9 times out of 10, you understand exactly why it is that you died. And you know what you have to do to get better or, you know, to make it past that obstacle. And that is the mark of a good Souls-like game. If you're playing through a Souls-like game and you just keep dying and you have no idea why or how to get better or how to make it better, that's the mark of a bad Souls-like game. Did you finish Saros? I have not finished Saros yet, no. Silksong is an amazing game with a lot of cheap difficulty that doesn't actually make it harder, just more annoying. But imagine the same in a 3D game that is more demanding. Yeah, that's what I've always said about Silksong or Hollow Knight or just Metroidvanias in general, is that side scrollers have to use artificial difficulty because they don't have as many options open to them as 3D games do. So typically in a 3D game, I would complain or be upset if they just lock you in a room and chuck a bunch of enemies at you, just a ton of mobs. That's annoying. That's not fun. It's just frustrating. But in a 2D game, because of the limitations that they have to deal with, that type of difficulty makes more sense because you have to have some way to offer a variety of challenge. And that is one way to do it, you know. Video games in general are hard since you have so many options. They have to balance it with BS. I wouldn't really agree with that. I don't think Neo has a bunch of BS in it. Neo is just complex. It's not a game you pick up and just go to town on. You have to learn Neo specifically. And that's what a lot of players don't like about it, is the fact that you can't just pick it up being good at Souls-likes or having played a bunch of Souls-likes and just start dominating it. It has a steep learning curve even for veteran players of the genre. Neo 1 and 2 had a lot of BS. The only BS Neo 1 and 2 had was just the enemy damage output was crazy. That was the thing, is pretty much everything could two-shot you. Or one-shot you, depending on the enemy. They did go a little too far in that arena. But aside from that, I can't really think of much BS. I mean, outside of the regular Souls BS, that's just part of the genre. Let's go fight this dude, I guess. Little bit of... We're playing Assassin's Creed today, boys. Neo 2 was easier than what I expected, given all the reviews about it being hard. Neo 2 was easier to you? Bro, Neo 2 to me was very difficult. Wasn't as hard as Neo 1, but it's still a very hard game. Alright, we got new buffs here. We're full now. We got all 12. I hated the fact that the enemies one-shot me in Neo. It kind of destroys the sense of progression in a game. It does. Like I said, they did go a little too far. But in the same regard, there is a certain... There is a method to that madness a little bit, I would say. Because Neo gives you no chill. You have to play at peak performance for the entire game, pretty much. So it's like, whereas with a lot of other Souls-like games, once you get to a high enough level, you know, you have a certain amount of leeway that you can kind of play a little worse or not pay as much attention, because your health will get high enough, you have good enough equipment and stuff that, you know, you can cheese through or make some mistakes and it doesn't matter as much. With Neo, well, specifically with Neo 1 and Neo 2, because the damage output is so high, it forces you to play at a high level consistently. And I do like that about it. But like I said, I do think they went a little overboard. Are you gonna finish Crimson Oath? I'm thinking about it. The performance issues are a little is kind of a little annoying, but now that we have it set to low quality, it's not quite as bad. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm interested to hear your guys' opinion on the game so far. Do you feel like we should just play through the whole thing, or do you think you've seen enough of it? Neo is about you destroying the game before they destroy you. Yeah, kinda. I mean, kinda. But I think that is pretty much all Souls-likes. It's just Neo's harder to destroy. Fell through a hole? Through a plank? I'll play this whole game. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are liking it, what we'll do is we'll just keep it on the weekly rotation and we'll just like play it every Monday till we beat it, you know? Tomorrow we're playing Demon Souls. And Wednesday we're playing Dark Souls 3. Thursday it looks like we're going to be in Dark Souls 2 is what will probably happen. And then we'll just circle back around to this on Mondays. It'll probably only take us a couple weeks to get through it if it's only a 15 to 20 hour game, you know. But all Souls-likes and most Souls I could reliably avoid damage. I can't do the same in Neo unless I get away. Yeah, you have to dodge. Yeah. But I mean, that's like, you can you have to get away from damage in Dark Souls or Elden Ring, or I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. All right, so now we need to go this way. Stealthily. 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 That made that a lot easier than it would have been. You can't dodge when the enemy's moves are way faster than your animation. Remember, the animation in Neo is way slower, even in low stance compared to most bosses. I can't say that I've experienced it the same way you have then. If I'm in low stance in Neo, I can dodge decently. I mean, it doesn't feel any. The timing's different than like Dark Souls is, because it's like a short dash rather than a roll. But you can still dodge. Like I've never really felt like you couldn't dodge in Neo. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe other people in the chat had the same experience, but for me personally, I just never experienced it that way. It'd be nice if they'd give me a freaking bonfire. I have so many souls to level. Oh yeah, we get some health back from execution kills now. What are they trying to keep in that door is my question. Ah, yes. Yes, queen. Wu Chang was the biggest disappointment. Game was so stale. Really upset Kazan isn't getting a sequel. Game's on my Mount Rushmore of Souls likes. So you didn't like Wu Chang, huh? I cannot say that I share that same sentiment, good sir. Wu Chang I thought was better than Kazan, actually. The level design was better. The combat wasn't as good, but the level design was better. The story was better. And it wasn't as repetitive and kind of long. Kazan was too long, in my opinion. But hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. No hate, I just liked Wu Chang better. Alright, so we made it back to here, right? Oh, shoot. Sekiro was a Souls game that made me unlearn dodge reflect. Yeah, it's all about deflect, really. The level design is better in Wu Chang. I do think that's true. Wu Chang is way better as a whole than Wu Chang. Or than Kazan. Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's just me personally. I feel like that's the truth. But like I said, you know, everybody likes different things. And I don't have any hate towards Kazan either. I mean, I had some issues with it. I think it made some design decisions that I didn't really like. But Kazan is still an amazing game, and I really enjoyed my playthrough. Sekiro's not a Souls. Well, people say that. I don't think that. I think that's kind of silly. Sekiro's a Souls game. It's a Souls game, okay? It's different. Like it's a parry driven, but it still has death punishment. Although the death punishment is a different system than like the resource drop that you're used to up to that point. You still have parry or dodge oriented combat, high level of difficulty. You have, you know, checkpoints that respawn enemies. I don't see why we not call it one. Okay. I think that's all we got for today, boys. This seems like a good place to stop. We're gonna cover the news tomorrow. The reason is one, there's not a lot to cover, so maybe we'll get a couple more topics between now and then. And then two, I need to research the I can't even say it. I need to research the Lies of P info that just came out to make sure that I understand it all before we talk about it. So we'll be back tomorrow with Demon Souls. Back to the depraved chasm. Everybody, what a good time. I'm so excited. I love it. Tune in for the suffering, and then we'll talk about the news tomorrow as well. And then we'll keep on moving throughout the week. It's gonna be a good week of streams. Some Soulsborne filled this week. It's fun. I love it. No news? Yeah, no news, unfortunately. No news tonight. We'll cover it tomorrow, though. Don't worry. We'll have even more tomorrow, Lord willing. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.